Bnb and Binance, what's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Oh my goodness. Binance has broken down, right? If it breaks down further, we're going to talk about what's going to happen, where it could possibly go in today's video. Hi, folks. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, still live here in Tulum, Mexico. And I'm bringing this video to you today, right? I'm having fun. I enjoy bringing these videos to you guys. And man, it's a scary world out there for people who are on exchanges. Now, we've all been telling you, I'm sure every single person you watch on YouTube or on Twitter or wherever you get your information, right, has been telling you time and time again, do not, I'm going to say this once again, do not leave your money on exchanges, right? If you've got money on exchanges, you might want to reconsider how much percentage you got. Now, whether or not Binance is going to go down, I can't really say for sure. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But honestly, there's a lot of kind of like hokiness that's going on, and we're going to talk about that today in today's episode, and talk about, of course, Bitcoin and trading, seeing if we could trade these assets in the near future or right now. So, with that being said, remember, if you want to be able to trade this, you can trade this on okx.davincij15.com and get lots of bonuses. There's like, they give you a whole bunch of prize bonuses that you can actually just for signing up. So make sure you sign up. Just sign up, right? Even if you don't trade, just sign up. You can get some free prizes there. Also, if you have, you could get up to $8,000 in deposit bonus, as well as you could head over to Binance if you haven't opened up an account on Binance. They're still offering $30,000, right, for a trading bonus for new signups only. Sorry, new signups up to $30,000. So that's amazing. That's huge. That's incredible. Okay? And then of course you're gonna get 30,000 me tokens if you sign up as well. So make sure you do that. Okay, so with that said, let's head on to the charts and see what we can find out. Okay, so Binance Coin, well, I have to say that you can see this is a clear M right there, right? Let me draw it out for you. So we break this line here, right? And we have a weekly close below that line, pretty much. Or just if we just close below this. This is the $250 level. We close below we have a weekly close below the 263 line. It's dead. So dead. But Bnb Coin is so dead. Well, we could see this thing travel all the way down to, this computer is all the way back in Dubai. That's why it's a little bit slow. So, and the reason why I have this computer is so that I have it set, always working, always running, right? Because it's fixed. It's designed to only do this show. So there we go. All right. With that said, we can see Binance Coin all the way at the $141 level really fast. So it can't break that, or else it's like, adios muchachos, right? So, but you know what? The cool thing is that Binance Smart Chain will probably live on even after Binance is long dead. Okay. With that said, let's move on to something that will always live on, no matter what, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, right, is poised to break out. Unfortunately, the FOMC meeting is coming, and we're going to be talking about that in the news rant coming up soon, right? Right after the technical analysis. So stay tuned for that news rant, right, that everybody loves, right? Because I'm going to be having lots of fun with that, as always. And we're going to be talking about Binance and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, make sure you stick around. Okay. And also, do me a favor. Hit the like button, right? Hit the subscribe. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's go on with Bitcoin, the only coin that's never, ever going to go to zero and never going to have any problems because there's no CEO comes out and oh, I messed up and I screwed up and so it goes to zero. No, there is no CEO behind Bitcoin. Okay. Now we can see that on the hourly Bollinger Bands have tightened, and yes, we are above the 13 AMA. I really believe that we're going to see some massive volatility. For you to take a long here in the middle of the day, just before the FOMC meeting, is suicide. Okay, suicide. Dude, trust me. Unless you're gonna like have no stop loss, and you know you're gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna have no stop loss and pray. You might be okay, right? But depending on how much you leverage, right? It's going to probably be wild. Probably not as wild. We're probably going to break this level, maybe the 17.5, 42, and all that kind of stuff with the FOMC meeting coming in. So the best thing to do, right, is to let's just take the fibs and see what we can get. Maybe we can see a level screaming at us so that we can like trade this thing. I would say you take the entry right at the 17.542 because we're closer to the 38.2 there. Wouldn't be surprised if we break down that level, right? Wiping out anybody who's doing long with stop loss down here at the 620. It's an obviously wiped out stop loss. All right. So yeah, and then you can see that the 61.8 is a possibility, but most likely the 0.70, the 70.5%, which is between the 61.8 and 78.6. Lines up nicely with the top of the breakout. So a crazy wick down there is not out of the question. Just we just have to hope that bounce. That's going to be like a really fear situation, right? If that happens, right, during the FOMC meeting. So won't be surprised. But also another thing can happen, right? Is Bitcoin also goes volatile to the upside really rapidly, and usually if that happens, that follows with a rapid downfall. So most traders should not make a trade at all during when the FOMC meeting is opening up. It's not a good idea. You will because you don't know what's going to happen because the volatility is so massive. Okay. With that said, right? Remember to head over to OKX, okx.davincij15.com, and bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com to trade this. If you are going to trade this in the middle of the volatility, which no, you shouldn't. Okay, if you're tired of trading, don't want to trade for yourself, we're going to be introducing, the team's going to introduce a 14-day trial sometime soon. So check out this FOREX bot by heading over to mmc.davincij15.com. And yeah, when you do that, right, and sign up, yeah, you will be able to get a part of this amazing bot, which is doing very well for people, really. Some people, this is withdrawals, but I think they should have they should remove the withdrawals from that. But no, anyways, it's just the way the system is, the MyFX book. So let's continue on. Ethereum, right? Because we all want to know what's going on. Ethereum wants to touch the top of the range there, which was the price is. Let's see here. Why is it in percentages? Jesus, what happened here? There we go. So we're looking at the $1,350 level that Ethereum might touch, but with the FOMC meeting coming into effect, it might go there, come back down, or something like that. But we just don't know how to best trade it in the middle of the FOMC meeting. So it's best to just stay away, right? You could do it by trading during the meeting, after the meeting happens, right? And then everything goes haywire. When something goes haywire one way, it usually reverses the other way. So it's an easier, quick trade here and there, like to do a scalp during the FOMC meeting. But it can get very, very brutal for anybody doing swing trading. So if you're in swing trading, I think you should take a step back and let the market do its thing, basically. All right. I'm doing this live for all of my subscribers. So if you want to watch this live and see what I'm buying, what Eunice is buying, and a few others, you can do so by signing up to my group here. Also, I'm part of the NFT Shield. This is an application that I own. And yeah, if you have your NFTs, you want to list them on here, here's the place to put it. Alrighty. Let's get on with the news rant. News rant. What to expect from the final FOMC meeting of 2022? Okay, well, what boggles my mind is that the whole market waits for a group of men to make a decision. Think about that for a second, right? That's just wrong, right? The market should not be dependent on few handful of men, right? It should be organic, where everyone participating in the market decides what the market is going to be, what the price is going to be, what the value is going to be. That's exactly what's happening with or without the FOMC, right? Because they have major power to print money. They can move the markets one way or the other. So this is not a proper system of financial system or capitalism. This is not capitalism. This is cronyism, right? Because if somebody can print money, right, and you can't, and you have to work for it, you're a slave to that person. So this is an unfair system, and we're going to see probably the Fed raise rates here, as or slow down on the raise rates. They're looking at the 50 basis hike, right? Points, but who knows? They might even just go 25. In the efforts to slow down their hiking rates, they feel that inflation's tempered. So I'm like, whatever. It's still at like 9% or something like that. And I'm like, whatever. They're not even close to that with the interest rates. So where are they going? But then again, that's a fake inflation, right? The CPI or CPI lie. That's fake inflation numbers. So that's not going to. It's not going to support. They're not, even though, because it's perception and everything, they have to go over the interest rates of the real inflation rates that they're reporting, or else inflation will get out of hand for them. So they can't do it without destroying the market. So let's just see what magic trick they pull out if they're to keep this system running. Because it'll be interesting if they pull a magic rabbit out of their hat, because they're stuck in a rock and a hard place, right? All right. So this is an interesting opinion piece, right? Is Bitcoin price volatile, right? I'm gonna just talk about that. Well, volatility, right, means the high movement up and down. And yeah, Bitcoin is volatile priced against the dollar, but the dollar is volatile if you look at it differently, right? If you look at it against on the Dixie, right? That's very volatile, right? It's all the way you look at it, right? So volatility is just depends on your perception, basically, right? And so most people's perception is the dollar is stable because they buy stuff with it. But then again, it is volatile in the sense that most people consider volatile as when they lose money, when things prices go down. They don't consider it volatile when it's going up. So you would have to say that the dollar is volatile because you're losing purchasing power as prices in the store and your gas continue to go higher and higher and higher. So, yeah, the dollar is more volatile. Okay, Grayscale. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Grayscale discount nears 50%, causing further concerns in the community. Like, yeah, Grayscale, why don't you just proof of reserves? Proof of reserves, and then all of a sudden the confidence comes back. Proof of reserves. See how that simple that is, right? Confidence comes back when you have proof of reserve. But you said that Coinbase has. Coinbase has it. You trust Coinbase, right? Oh, damn. Then you're funny. You're funny. You know, Coinbase has nothing because they're not going to do the proof of reserves. And they probably don't have to. And they're not actually required to, I bet you, any money. And so I don't think they're going to be in trouble if they don't have the coin. So that's just that. So anyways, Grayscale, right, Trust, right, basically is a company that allows you to purchase, right, ownership of Bitcoin by purchasing their stock, right? Sort of like an ETF, right? So they have the net asset value, right, of their whole all the Bitcoins, right, is now 50% less. So if you want to buy some fake Bitcoins at 50% off, so you're not paying $17,000 or $18,000 of Bitcoin. You're paying $9,000 of Bitcoin, right? By buying it on the Grayscale Trust, GBTC. Yeah, but you get scam coins, right? You're not actually buying real Bitcoin. So do you want to trust that? That's up to you. Also, you have to pay a storage fee for an asset that doesn't require physical storage, right? It's so laughable, right? It's unbelievable, right? But hey, when you find out, oh, you're charging me storage for Bitcoin that doesn't exist, lawsuits are gonna come, right? And if you don't believe that, like, here, let me see if I have it in my bookmarks, right? Yes, I do. I want to show you something, okay? Just so you know, if you believe they have the coins, I want to show you that this is normal, right? Phantom, they got sued for Phantom Silver, and so don't be surprised, right? If they get sued for Phantom Bitcoin, and then they go, well, it's industry-wide practice, like these guys said, okay? It's Morgan Stanley also got sued as well, and they lost, but so they still both said, UBS and Morgan Stanley said, it's industry-wide practice. Why are you suing us? We didn't do anything wrong. Oh man, people are just so dumb. Okay, Justin Sun deposits $100 million into Binance amid flood campaign. Okay, I wasn't sure what's going on, so I'm going to explain to you what's happening here and read it here from here. Basically, there's doubts over Binance's reserves and ethics. Basically, currently Binance is in the firing line, or on the line of fire, really, over solvency concerns and alleged allegations of unethical management. Now, what are the unethical management? What's the solvency concerns, right? Well, let's start with the solvency concerns. One is the issue stems from several incidents, including doubts over the efficiency of its proof of reserves report and the audit from Mars, right? Mars, I can't remember whatever the name is. Okay, the report found on November 22nd that the exchange held sufficient assets to cover users' balances. However, knowledgeable observers panned and the scope of the report, okay, and they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, some of the things were like I've noticed were kind of fishy, right? One of the things was no additional proof of reserve, not traditional proof of reserves, such as, well, they failed to provide keys and signed balances saying, yeah, here's the balance, but okay, do you know that's their wallet? No. Why don't you get them to sign a message? Yeah, we don't need that. So while I do believe it's probably their wallet, because if they lied and we found out it's not, ouch. That would be game over for Binance, basically. So I don't think so. But who knows? They might have paid somebody to do it, but then they could just sign a message, right? Whatever. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Okay, so another thing, right, that the people who are a little concerned about their ethics is that similarly, a recent Reuters article said that the U.S. Justice Department is contemplating bringing action against the exchange and the key executives in complaint on money laundering charges. Okay, so we talked about that yesterday, and it's all BS, money laundering, right? It's just a set of rules that every company has to follow, or because the rules are just there not to prevent money laundering. Do not even think that for a second, or else I'm going to punch you in the face, right? Because money laundering is done every single day by the major banks, and they never get no one goes to jail. No one gets called by the Justice Department, okay? So don't tell me that, right? Don't, because it pissed me right off. So with that said, because they're not a bank, and they're not sucking on the government tit, right? They could be prosecuted, right? Whilst, if you're a bank, you don't get prosecuted for doing the crimes of real money laundering. Because the real crime that you're committing is not money laundering. No. The real crime is making sure not allowing the government to know that everybody's paying their taxes. That's the real crime. So really, they should say, the statement said, some of the recent articles say the Justice Department is contemplating actions against the exchange and key executives over not providing taxable information to the government. That's the truth. So don't get it twisted. Okay? That is the absolute bottom line, end of story situation. Right? Okay. Right. Last set. Let's move on to the next news article. Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, arrested. Crypto boss hugs parents as he's denied bail over one of the biggest financial frauds in history, U.S. history. He didn't get a bail? Wow. Oh, well. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you know what? I don't know. He faces life sentence in jail and stuff like that. I thought he was politically connected, that he would get away with this, right? But if he knows too much from and could roll on some of the higher ups like Hillary Clinton, well, we already know what's going to happen next. So, if you don't know, let's give you a hint. It's Jeffrey Epstein. Let's see here, McAfee, right? The hints there. There's some names with some hints there. So yes, he'll probably end up killing himself in jail. So that's a sad thing for SBF. But hey, you know what? They play with the devil. You know what? He's going to torture you. That's the way it is, man. Sorry, buds, right? If you end up accidentally killing yourself, I'm sorry. I have to laugh at that. But hey, you rolled the dice and you lost, right? And that's that. Anyways, well, this is why, we tell you over and over again, right? To take your money off exchanges, to keep your Bitcoin, hodl for the day that it becomes money. I know it's hard, right? It's also easy too, right? We just put some away, forget about it, right? I mean, my ex-girlfriend, multimillionaire, because that's what she did. It's up to you, right? If you want to live the life, right? Good life, or do you want to live the poor life for the rest of your life? It's up to you. It's really simple. Just take simple actions, right? This is the hardest action, the most simplest action, is store Bitcoin and forget it. Buy, put it away, buy, put it away, and don't leave it on exchanges. All right, thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. It was fun. I had a lot of laughs. I hope you did too. And make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Cheers.